everybody. How's everybody doing today? It is extremely hot. Like, hot outside right now. And extremely hot in here, but it's okay. Like, West Virginia gets hot, but it ain't like all the other state hot, you know. Like, you can, like, you go somewhere else and, like, you know, 90 degrees is like 100 degrees here. It's weird. But anyways, today we're back out in the garage. Got my hard hat on. Just kidding. Got this. Oh, by the way, you can check out ghostworkshop.com. Get you a hamster wheel hat or a ghost hat or cup or anything like that. Support the channel because, you know, we got a lot of stuff we do. We try to do. And all proceeds go to fixing up all my pieces of crap. I ain't afraid to say it. But anyways, today, we're back working on this power wheels. We're getting closer to being done. Not really, we're still on the front steering, but we are getting closer. Once I get the wheels, tires, well, the rims, tires, steering motor, hem joints, battery, hubs, we should be done. But anyways, I said in the last video I needed some bowls. Well, we have cats, and our cats drink a bowl like this, basically. I was like, I really need one. And I was talking to my mom. She was going to Walmart to have lunch with her sister the other day. I was like, hey, I was like, when you go to Walmart, check over in like the dog and cat stuff and see if they have a bowl like this. I was like, I just need like basically a metal one, because I wanted to do like a little, you know, front or rear end, like differential look. And she was, she's like, yeah, I'll go check. And she's like, well, would the cat bowl work? And I'm like, yeah, the cat bowl would be like perfect for it. So she like, I heard some pots and pans and some clangs and bangs and everything. She came back with this, and I was like, that would be perfect. And then she came back with this. I was like, there's another one, you know, it's got holes in it. But then I was like, can I switch this one out for a non-hole one for the cat water? But it would work out. But still, I tried. But anyway, so we've got 2 bowls. Didn't cost me nothing. That's always good. I think it was just like bowls that she had. Now they are stainless, so I can't really weld them. Or not stainless, but they're like aluminum. And I can't weld. They might be stainless. I don't know. I don't really say. But anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and we're going to make a differential out of it. Now, if you look here, sorry if you do hear the fan. I'm sorry, it's just going to have to happen because it's hot as crap, and I'm not going to be like burning up out here. Bad guys can't survive in this heat. Alright, so we got this, which this is our front. We got the rear. Right here is where our link, our front steering would go. Now, we're going to have to watch, because with this there, I don't want our steering bar hitting it, so we might have to make a little extra for this to come out or something. I'll have to look at that. But we got this, and I'm going to notch it so that this will sit basically kind of like that. But I think I'm going to have to cut it down because it is kind of thick. So if you put both of these together, I'm doing this by myself right now. Katie's watching Georgia. It's a real thick piece. I think it's too thick. What's that on my camera? Somebody flicked the bug on the camera. Anyways, it's too thick, so we're going to have to cut it down. I like it to be maybe that thick. You know, just look like a little chunk off of a rear end. So, that's kind of what we're going to do. We'll have to notch it there and everything. And then we'll get our pieces to come up. I'm going to measure the rear end over there and see, because this is going to fill in a lot of void, so we can build our truss up, and that should be good for mounting the 4-link to it and also shocks. So yeah, let's go get started with some measurements, and then we will go from there. Alright, so I measured the top of the rear end. It's from the top of the axle, not below it, not mid. from the top of the axle up to the top of the rear end cage on the rear. We're at 4 3/4. So if we look, I did, this is the top of the front, this is the top of the axle, that's 4 3/4, and then right there be the bottom. So if you look over there, that looks pretty good. So we'll have to cut, like notch it to set it in, and of course same for that one, but it kind of looks like a rear end. So over there, the top of it will be 3 1/4. 4 3/4. That's the top of our rear end. So what I'll do is, with this, I've got the metal plate and everything, and I'll angle it. We'll probably start here or something. Come out, and then it'll go up and follow the top of this, then go down there, and of course we'll have our top piece following it also. So that will make it look like we have a truss, a really nice truss and stuff. And to be honest, even if we just did the flat stock, it would like work and be really good. We probably wouldn't even need the angle, but I am going to use it. I wish I had some like sheet metal and some dimple dies. Eventually I am going to give it some. Dimple dies are actually really expensive. Like, I've been wanting me some, but again, they are kind of expensive. I got a press and everything, but then I have to get sheet metal, and just everything is so high right now when doing projects. Wonder whose fault that is. But anyways, so materials is kind of high. But what I want to do is I want to mark it so this sits in. So it's probably about halfway, because we don't want, you know, that big of a chunk there. But we want just a little small differential so it doesn't look so stupid. Now it might look stupid now, but give old Ghost just a little bit of, like, a little bit of, you know, I don't really know what I'm going to say. Just bear with me, it will look cool. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to cut that much off. It's like, this is like a one-hit wonder. We can't mess up or anything because I have no more bowls, and like, Mom's like, I'm cutting you off. I'm not giving you none of my more, like, you know, bowls. Anyways, we'll cut this off. The axle is an inch and a half. So when we do cut that and slide it, we'll roughly be like sticking out that much, which it's pretty good. Now, I know this probably doesn't, you think it's going to look stupid, but once I get everything, it should look okay.
You let me bedazzle it.
You're not, she wants to bedazzle this for some reason.
Well, it's got holes. Let me cover the holes.
Just because the Grinch bedazzled his, like, grandma or whatever them women was to him, his moms, I don't know.
He gave it to the girl at school.
Yeah, but he stole it from the old ladies.
He stole like all their stuff.
Yes, well, even though the Grinch did that, doesn't mean you can do this, okay?
Let me do what I want to do. It's going to happen. You know it's going to happen.
You build her Power Wheels, you can do it however you want. But this is going to be how Georgia wants it to work.
You mean how George wants?
Georgia. This is how the G's want it. This is the G's build.
Whatever.
So take your K and hold the camera. Alright, we're going to cut this. Hopefully I can get it pretty good. Because I am going to have to freehand it with the grinder. But I think once we do that, I'll draw the thing. Because we'll have it not sitting like even. It'll be up a little bit. Just like a regular one. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's 1.5 inches. I at least want to come all the way back. And if I do cut this one the same, well, I'll have to. I'll do the exact same way I did this, and we'll attach it. But I'll probably end up, if I can fit one inside, or I'll just make little tabs. I'll put a bolt here and here, and vice versa, so you can take them all, all of them can be taken off or something like that. So, that's the plan.
See if it works.
Fingers crossed. It never fails, I've got to switch it out. So we got this cut. That's crazy how just taking that lip off. We got a little wobbly thing. This reminds me of what's the silicone bowls or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's like you take a bite, just then when you get done, just bend it. All right, so just doing that has taken a lot off of it. And what we'll do is we'll cut a little square to house it. So this basically will sit flush like that with that on it. And it'll be a little bit off center. I think it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. Might have to get the Bramwell out. Yeah, a little on the big side, but it'll fit. I guess I'll have to get my Bramwell. Do I have a cutting book? No, I don't. Get the Bramwell out and do the rest, or I'll do the small piece. This bowl wants to move, it's hard to do. Alright, so I got this going. Ain't no spaghetti going in here today.
Spaghetti does sound pretty good though.
This section. Alright, so bam! Now it sort of looks kind of like we're in. You know, like on the truck. So it kind of looks like, woo! You are, boy! Alright, so we're making noise today. Alright, so it looks like, on a front differential of a truck or, whatever. It usually sits to the side. we can actually set it to the side because I'm building the truss up so it'll have like a little bit of room here, and a lot of them look like that. But one of the problems we're running into, these still gotta come in, but with this right here, it does fit, but when it turns, we got a little problem. Ain't gonna be a turn. So I'm going to basically lengthen these out so they come out a little bit more, so it won't hit that. Because we do want to have pretty good turning, but we don't need to like 90 degree. Because to be honest, that looks like a pretty good like turning. I don't know what degree it is, but it looks pretty good. All right, but I'm going to use these ends. Like I said, I'll have to make a longer one, but we'll make some adapters and weld on, so that'll be there. We got that all planned. Now, for this, we got that. So I need to find out where should I put my bolt. My diff cover, not bolt. What do you think would be a good idea with?
I don't know what would be easiest.
I mean, if we put it to the side, it's usually all up to the side.
Go to the side then.
I think we are going to put it to the side. So this, I don't know how definite this is going to be, but this is going to be the main thing, and these will be in, and we'll do that. So I think that right there, I think that'd be good.
Quit doing that.
All right, so I got to my moku. Actually, I think I might use a silver one.
If you can find it.
I had a silver one. Where is my silver marker? I feel like that off of the Incredibles. Honey, where's my super suit? Anyways, once I find my marker, I'll mark it. Well, which marker is this? Man, I tell you, when Sharpie came out, this is not a Sharpie, this is pen in here. I'm too broke to buy a Sharpie. But when Sharpies first came out, or when they first came out with like the metallic silver or whatever, man, I tell you, every Hot Wheel car I had chrome on it, because that was chrome. Like, I was like going to town on it. Like, oh, you need chrome rims? I got you. Tell you, like, I was the kid back in the day. Like, I take, because I actually see people do it now, and it's like they got some really cool Instagram pages and everything. But I used to take, like, you know, I'd buy, like, I bought this from, like, Tractor Supply. It's when they first came out, like, the two F350s. I bought them and cut them, made it a 4-door, and it was the coolest thing ever. But, back, now I'm messing with them. Now I've grown up to build Power Wheels. Alright, so, power tools.
I guess so.
Alright. Alright, so we're back. Apparently Katie forgot to plug the camera up. Alright, so I've got this right here. I marked that. So we kind of had that. I wish I had the silver marker, but hopefully, can you see that on there?
Yeah.
Alright. Can't lose the spaghetti strainer. Alright, so we got that. Now let me go get my square. I'll be right back. We're back. Alright, so basically what we're going to do is, we know where this is on here. That's where it's going to be on the rear end. Now when I put this metal plate here, I was going to put a piece on like that, but I thought that this would be like clear, but if we put a piece like that, it's going to hit the top of that. So what we're going to have to do is, we'll have to cut. I'm probably going to do this. Cut that. So let's cut it at 2 inches. Alright, so that's no go. And this side will be cut the exact same. So you'll have a kind of a lean there. Hang on, wait, no. Yes, that's how we're going to do it. And then we'll have a piece of metal here, and a piece of metal here. But then when we get to here, I'll have to cut, we'll have a little extra. And so you'll have this laying on here. And when it gets to here, you'll have another piece like going up like that. Because, so we'll cut that, and that way I can weld it. So basically it'll be like a little puzzle, and then when we stick it on here, we'll straighten it up, weld it, and we'll be good to go. I think that'll be pretty good, because I have to basically build a truss over, then we'll have a little piece here, but we'll have it kind of centered. Well, not really centered, but I'm leaving it enough so I can put my shock mounts there. I don't know. I gotta do some measuring. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're on a big puzzle. As you see, this is where a CNC machine would come in handy. Hopefully one day I'll have it, because I can make it look a lot better with CNC, like plasma cutter, but it is what it is. So basically, this is going to be welded in the center of this, so you kind of have a truss. It's going to go up, and I'll have a piece here going over, and of course it'll be cut at an angle too, so everything's kind of smooth. What is that, like a trapezoid? Is that what you call that?
I don't know.
It's a trapezoid. Yeah. I don't know. It's a thing. So it come over here, and we're gonna have basically this mirrored over here, but smaller, since we do have a smaller area, because I'll have to measure from here to here, but I do want to have enough so if we mount their shocks there, I gotta make sure if shocks is gonna be high enough. I thought about ordering bigger shocks. Actually, the server I play on, Big Red, he actually was telling me, he's like, have I thought about ordering bigger shocks and stuff? And I don't know, I don't know if I can order bigger shocks than what I have, because I think you can get a 12 inch, but 12 still won't be high enough. And I want all the shocks kind of, the same, not bigger or whatever, but longer would be great. So I don't know if I can or not, but doing this plus this, I think the rear end sits up, like I said, 4 some inches and stuff. So if I mount the 4-link here, we're good. If I mount the shocks on this, we might be good. So if I do that, then I'm going to have to basically move this out. I'll do some more measurements. This is how I wanted to do it anyways, because we're making like a big old truss above it. So
timber.
Look at that. Now we have to cut it. So basically, it'll look like that, but all squared, and I'll weld everything. And then you'll have, I don't know if I want to use this or that, because I feel like if I use that plus that, that's just like extreme overkill. But here's kind of what it'd be. You have that welded in the middle. So this would be middle, that'll be welded in the middle of this, and this will be middle, welded in the middle of that. And it'll follow the line. That way I can weld my mounts here. If I do my shock mounts are actually this wide, because it's made out of this. So that'd probably be good. It's the only one I got left, so I'll probably have to get another one. But if I do it like that, I gotta get another piece just like this, throw over here, and mirror this over here, but smaller. This one's gotta be smaller. It needs to be the same. So I'll cut another one of that and that, and I think we'll be good, because our rear end was like 4.5 inches, and with this, I can find my measuring tape. Are we professionals? Nope. Do we claim to be? Nope. Do we mess up? All the time. It's alright. Just call me like Tim Toolman Taylor, I feel like, is how my luck is every time I do something. Alright, so from there it's about roughly 5.5. So that's not bad. If we add, well, it'll be a little bit over 5.5 because of that thickness of that. But right there is about 2 inches. So I'll have to look and see how far that drop is. I think it's 4. So we might be able to make something work. Maybe. Alright, so went ahead and did some cutting out. Alright, so it might look like that does not fit there, but it's actually made like that. Just this side was smaller because of, you know, it offset. So we're getting there. I think I found a mistake.
What?
I was supposed to, this needed to come out a little more, because if I put a shock mount there, that's not going to be enough. Actually, might be able to do something else that might actually help us. Can you hand me my measuring tape on the other side there, please? Alright, so if this is 14 wide, we can mount our shocks on this, and it should make up for the problem of
being too tall?
Yeah, the top. So we are exactly almost, we're over 14. So that means I think we can actually mount our shocks right here. What I'll do is I'll have the plate there, and I can put the mounts there like at an angle, and of course the shock mount straight up. So that will work, and we need to make up for 4 inches over there. And let's see, that's about 5 from the front end. So we mount our shocks about right here. We should make up for the problem on the front. So I think all is good.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Like now I'm waiting on what happens now.
Like things have went too smoothly on this for the last few days, and with other things.
Yes. Yes, we do have a big surprise coming. Well, I guess it ain't really a surprise, but it's something that we've been working forward for a while. It's probably like our biggest purchase we've ever made in our life. It's a Hellcat truck. I'm just kidding. No, it's not. But yeah, so we'll announce it later on. I think she actually is going to film the whole process on her YouTube channel. Pink Elf. You can go to friends or whatever on mine and you'll see it.
And if this all works out, we can bring the cooking videos back.
Yes, so she'll be able to do the cooking. Like I really need to do some cooking, but that's okay. I like cooking salad. But anyways, we got that coming on. So we've got a really busy rest of the year, especially with the big thing that we're doing and everything. Something we've been working toward for a while. But anyways, back to this. I want to go ahead and tack weld it and everything. And once it's tack welded, I can kind of see where we need to position it, and I'll weld it, and then we'll put this piece that we need on, or whatever we're going to do from there. It's going to look pretty cool. It's cool if you look straight down on it. Look straight down. Yeah, there we go. It does look like a rear end or something like that, and if you don't really know what it actually looks like, or differential, then you probably not going to know, but it's the closest we're going to get. And like I said, I would love to have a CNC machine, because I could have CNC'd all this out and had it look real good, and you know, everything. But it's like we're doing everything with the grinder and everything like that. But hey, you know what? That means it's easier to build. That's something my jacket keeps poking me. Probably metal.
Probably.
Like it has to be. Alright, well, I want to take this over to a welder. We're going to tack weld it and put it on here and see what we need to do. And we'll go from there. Yeah. Alright. So, got this all tack welded. It's basically how it's going to go. Like that, and then you'll have your bolt. I'll have to find like where I want to put this at and mark it. And then I'll use my things, tack weld it on here, then we can kind of see if that's how we want it. So let me go get my diff cover, and I'll put it on there. I'll measure where I want, we'll tack those, and we'll see what it looks like under the power wheels. Alright, so we got it tacked up. Now it does kind of look like a little like front axle. You can't tell me it don't, because it kind of does. The only thing's different is we got a square tubing instead of round. Looks pretty good. I kind of wish the back was kind of like built like this, but whatever we do, the wheels are at least going to be sticking out to about right here, because it just depends on how deep the rim is and how far we put the hub. So the back will be cut when we get the front done, because the back has a little bit more space and everything. As you see, we don't have shocks on the front yet. I think we're going to use this instead of the big piece of metal, because to be honest, like, this front end's going to weigh a lot if we use the bigger piece, because that's basically a whole nother one. So I think we might actually use that, and we'll bend it, or I'll probably just cut it and just tack weld it. And when everything's good, we'll go ahead and weld all the way. And we'll have this little piece, which I think is about 1 inch wide. I'm not sure. How wide is this? How wide is it? 1 inch wide. So it'll be 1 inch wide, and this is a 1/2 inch, or this is 1.5 inches. So we'll split the difference. We'll put it right there. But what we'll do is I'll measure and we'll cut this. We'll cut 2 pieces. Be like that. And then our shock will mount. We'll have a little shock mount. And it ain't going to work like we was hoping, to be honest. Like, if that frame came straight out, it'd be perfect. But it's not. So I think we might have to actually, I could do a shock, like a little shock coupe to bring it down. We might do that, because bringing this all the way out and then going that way and everything with it, it's going to put a lot of, it's just going to be like extremely heavy. So if we put this here, and we'll do it like that, we should be good. Now on the other side, it'll be about right there. So I don't know, we'll see how it is. We'll see if we didn't mess up offsetting and everything. But that's going to be for another video, because it's extremely hot out here, and I got to go get some more 1 inch. I think 1 should do it. So I'll have to run to Roll King, pick that up, and then we can work on it some more. And of course, once we get these shock mounted and everything, we still got to do air tie rod, or front tie rods, and then we got to get our hubs, everything like that. Now it does take a little bit doing this. It does take time. Actually, I could have done this all in one day, but I didn't have my bowl. But anyways, hope everybody's enjoying this. I know a couple of people's like, oh, you could do it like this, you should have done it like that, or that's completely wrong, it's not going to work. If you ain't got a video showing how you have a 4-link power wheel sitting in your yard driving around, then you really can't say that I'm doing it wrong if you haven't built one. That's just kind of common sense. That's just saying I'm a mechanic, but there's no proof of me being a mechanic. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you punch that subscribe button. This is Ghost.
And Katie.
And we are out of here. I'm going to have to go get me some air conditioning. There's an iceberg when you need one.